Hey guys, what's up? It's Greg Srizavosty with the Find Your Films YouTube channel. Here is my review of Damsel, a Netflix film starring Millie Bobby Brown as Elodie. She is a villager, common villager, who is whisked away with her family to this beautiful kingdom to marry the prince. The prince is played by Nick Robinson. She thinks everything is going to be hunky dory. She doesn't really believe in storybook romances, Elodie. She is a person who is very practical. You see a little bit of a setup in the first act where she gets to meet the prince. She meets the queen, played by Robin Wright. Also starring in this movie is Ray Winstone as her father, as Elodie's father, and Angela Bassett as her stepmother. The younger sister is played by Brooke Carter. Now, this family, common folk family, they go to this kingdom. They think everything's going to be fine. They're going to get a lot of money for their their own town, which is struggling with poverty. So everything should look good with this presumed marriage. But this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. The rug is pulled out from under them as Elodie is thrown literally into a cave where she is going to be presumably killed by the dragon who lives in the cave. Okay. Now that is the premise of Damsel. And the voice of the dragon is played by Shoreh Aghdashloo, and it's a really interesting film. About maybe 15-ish minutes is a setup before Elodie actually ventures into the cave and is thrown into the cave and betrayed by the prince and the queen. Because this family, this royal family, has a deal with the dragon to actually give the dragon various ladies throughout the generations and centuries. Okay, and there is a reason why the dragon wants to kill all these women who are going to marry the prince at the time. Okay, so I'm not going to give away what that is, but it's very interesting when that reveal or that information is discovered in Damsel. Okay, so I think the biggest strength of this movie lies in, even though it looks like a fantasy tale where it's a fire breathing dragon and it's a just common person played by Millie Bobby Brown, who is also very strong willed. She thought she was going to be a princess, but she's not. She's now trying to survive against this dragon. So ultimately, it is, on the look of it, a fantasy movie, right? A fantasy film with a dragon. But ultimately, it's a survival thriller. And most of the narrative deals with how Elodie tries to elude and escape the clutches of the dragon. Of course, fire breathing, you're going to see a lot of scenes with fire and injuries, and there's a maze-like structure within Damsel. I think that is the best part of Damsel, and that the good news is that is pretty much the meat of the film, which has Elodie trying to, in a battle of wits and survival against this dragon who's literally pretty much out for blood. And what's really cool is director Juan Carlos Fresnadillo. He actually does not pull any punches in this movie. There are scenes where people perish, and it is, yeah, it's not completely graphic, or but it is violent. It's not a sugar-coated fantasy film. It's again a survival thriller. Really loved everything about this movie. Went really fast for me, very rapid pace, and you're actually supporting Millie Bobby Brown throughout the process. She's great in this. She looks convincing with the sword, convincing on horseback, and also very convincing as a person who is strong-willed enough to match wits with a fire-breathing dragon. So, and Robin Wright, obviously, it's a really great play from years ago when she was the Princess Bride. She is now this evil queen who is trying to keep her kingdom by actually satisfying the dragon with all of these innocent women thrown into the cave. Great production design, but again, I think the big heart of this movie lies in the survival thriller aspect of it. And for that, it succeeds. It has high rewatchability factor for me. If one of these days on a lazy day, I might come back and actually watch parts of Damsel, especially the middle part where the dragon's hunting for her and she's trying to escape the dragon's clutches. You also get a world building situation in the cave where you get to realize the fates of the previous women in the cave and how, well, I don't want to get too much into what they do and how they help Elodie, but that is the past generations of women, young women who've been thrown into the cave. You get a little bit of a presence and influence within that cave as well. So overall, really wonderful film. Loved Damsel, and my rating for it is 4 stars. So most importantly, tell me what you think of Damsel. Did it work for you? What did you think of Millie Bobby Brown's performance? And overall, was it great seeing Robin Wright again? Well, she's been in a lot of movies, but was it great seeing Robin Wright in a royal inspired tale once again. So, all right, leave your comments below, and again, tell me what you think of Damsel. Thanks so much for watching this review, and for more movie reviews and interviews as well, please like and subscribe to my Find Your Films YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support. Take care. Bye-bye.